2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome to the JG Show. I've got a very special guest for you. I'm really happy to finally get you. It's been at least a month. We've been talking back and forth. I've been trying to get him into the ring. And the reason I want to do this podcast in the ring is because he's a very credible martial artist. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. You first have to tell the audience, you got to give a full introduction. Obviously, and martial arts, this is something we really want to talk about. But quick introduction first, and how did you get to China?
Okay, hi guys, my name is Duiu, I'm from Romania. When you say that you come to have an interview in the ring, I was a little bit, okay, I must go in the ring with
yes,
John. This is not
it's a fight interview.
Oh yes.
We fight between punches. We throw a punch, then introduce yourself. Da, da.
Exactly. So, how I come in China? I come in China for 30 days because the visa is for 30 days. And yesterday I already have 3 years.
3-year anniversary.
Yeah, 3 years anniversary in China.
So what started as a 30-day trip has now, as of yesterday, is a 3-year anniversary. Welcome. Wow.
Yeah, actually, I was fascinated and lucky because I come in China directly in Shenzhen.
Okay.
And Shenzhen is a specific city. It's very developed.
Yeah.
It's new. It's everything. It's a new city actually.
Yeah.
With new people from everywhere, all around China, with a lot of foreigner people here. It's in a huge and expansion. How to say?
Yeah. It's expanding.
Yeah.
I mean, the city. When I first came here, it was like 2 or 3 districts. It was Lohu, it was Futian, and then there was like Shirkou area, right? That's where we both are, right? But now it's Nanshan, we're going up to Bao'an, to Longgang, to Longhua. These are all developed and actually becoming very expensive areas. If you want to stay there, you want to buy a house there, you want to start your business there. This is the center almost, right?
Yeah. The first few days when I make some picture from Shenzhen and I send to my friend and say, you say that you go in China. I'm in China. No, this is New York.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's the metropolis.
Yeah, it's look amazing. So I'm a martial arts teacher now.
A master. You're a master.
I'm not a master. You know, in China, all the Chinese people, they say master to every guy who practice a little bit Tai Chi.
Sifu, right?
Yeah.
Sifu do.
No.
Do Sifu.
We are lucky with our style, and the name of my style, what I practice, we call Qwan Ki Do.
Qwan Ki Do.
Qwan Ki Do. So we are lucky that we have the master who founded this style. It's still alive.
Oh, right. Okay.
And the story is very interesting because his master was born in China.
All right. Okay.
So, and our master is from Vietnam. So he combined the Kung Fu style from the Chinese Kung Fu with the Vietnamese Kung Fu.
All right.
And he combined these two styles and he created this Qwan Ki Do.
Qwan Ki Do. So Qwan Ki Do, for everyone, that's Q-W-A-N and then K-I-D-O.
Yeah, Qwan Ki Do.
Oh, I see. All right. So this is a combination of Vietnamese
and Chinese Kung Fu.
All right. So your master's master was Chinese.
Yes.
All right. So we're getting the best of two different styles in one.
So our master now, he's very happy that he can have a student here in China to give back to China.
All right.
Actually, the martial arts from where he learned from his master.
I see.
So he's very, very happy about this. I'm lucky that I was be the person who come in China and to try to develop the style. Now I'm the official person who represent the Qwan Ki Do style in China.
Okay.
We work very.
So no other teachers of this style are in the mainland currently.
No. I represent Qwan Ki Do in China officially.
Wow. Right.
Okay. And now I forget what I want to say.
Well, we're building up. You were telling me earlier. There's a competition. And you want to actually build a team here to go into this competition.
Yeah, actually, I'm a volunteer in Shiko. I'm working very close with the local government there. I'm volunteer for more than 1 year, and I make there some self-defense class Qwan Ki Do.
Okay.
Because our style also have some self-defense part.
Okay.
You know, a martial arts must be complete. if you practice martial arts and you cannot deal on the street in some situation, this is not useful.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So your martial arts, whatever we call. Also, I started practice martial arts in '88.
Okay.
Some years ago.
That's a long time.
It's a long time ago. Yeah. So we learn from our teachers to respect all the martial arts.
Okay.
So every time when I have an opportunity, I talk very nice because we are a family. Yeah. It's not one martial arts more good, one art is more. It's not the same powerful. It's about who is the practitioner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the martial arts are good. Okay, so we talk about the local government now. We work very close to try to find a way to open a Chinese Federation of Kung Fu, because like this is working around the world. We are 29 country right now, where they have a federation about Qwan Ki Do. And to go out from the country to participate to the international competition, you must have in your country a federation. That federation must be affiliated to the International Qwan Ki Do Federation.
I see. So you've got like the international federation.
Yes, we have.
And it branches out to different countries.
Exactly.
And there's like these affiliates almost.
Exactly. Because this must be official.
I see. So you want to build an affiliation here.
Yes.
That's connected with the international one.
Exactly.
And then you bring the team, and
exactly.
Okay.
Like
that's how it
this.
works.
You cannot. I cannot teach from myself here. I can teach from myself, but I cannot give a grade or diploma to my students.
I see.
Yeah, right. Because we have a system, very clear system, very organized, international, in this international federation.
So with that being said, where is the headquarters of Qwan Ki Do?
Now it's in Switzerland.
Switzerland,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but the master living in France.
All right.
Yeah. Now, this year in April must to be the World Championship in Germany. But because the virus, they postponed, for next year in October.
All right. Okay, so the 2021 October is the...
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Okay. And with the local government, we decide to, in the scope to promote Qwan Ki Do in China, because they like what I'm doing there with for free, because now I make a lot of classes for free from 1 year.
Okay.
And they like the idea, they like the history actually, because it's belong to China.
That's right.
It's belong to China. So they like the idea to give back to China from where it start.
All right.
And we try to promote the idea to find a team, 6 girls and 6 boys.
6 girls,
and 6 boys, to train them for free for 1 year to participate to this World Championship next year in Germany.
All right, but I think you would really need someone that is already quite, skilled, because 1 year and then you go straight into a martial art competition. And if I'm right, you have to tell me the details of the actual competition.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like gloves. This is hitting.
Yeah.
This would be breaking. This would.
Okay, we don't have in the fight. We have 2 parts. One is technical part.
Okay.
One is fighting part.
One is the actual fight, yeah.
But the fighting part is very protect. We have gloves. We have, how to say that, for body protection here.
Okay, you do have protective gear.
Yeah, we have for legs protection, we have for head protection, we have also dental protection.
And gloves. What gloves are they? I mean, it would be you're having a hit. It's like taekwondo or karate.
Something like that.
The glove is a 4 ounce.
But just for one hand.
Oh, all right.
Just for one hand. We cannot punch in this triangle of the face.
All right.
We cannot use elbow. You cannot use knees. You cannot use head. And we have very specific part where we can make a point, for example.
All right.
Yeah. And it's not a full contact. You cannot make okay. Because in martial arts, the point is to demonstrate that you have control to your punch. So it's not like this. It's like this.
Okay, it's a strike and it's out.
Yeah. Like this, you demonstrate that you have control to your movement.
Okay.
And the second part is the technical part. When you must to present a kata, how to say a kata?
A kata, or is that like a pose, like a sequence of movements?
Something like that.
Okay, you call that a kata. What's that?
Kata is from Japanese, but if I tell you in our language, you will not understand.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so it's a sequence of movements done after the other.
Exactly.
It's like this sequence can't be can't be any mistake in between, right?
This is like
from beginning to end.
An imaginarian fight with someone.
I see.
You imagine that you fight someone. But
guys on the right, guys on the left.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a choreography, very clear, made it, and they follow exactly the position, the strict movement, everything. And also we have a competition about weapons. We have a lot of weapons in our style.
All right.
From wood.
All right.
And also cutting from metal.
All right.
Weapons, all kinds of weapons. Also, we have another part of the competition. It's fighting with weapons.
Okay.
I can send you some movie about this.
Yeah.
I have for the last World Championship.
I'll get some links and I'll put it in the show notes for the video and also for the podcast, the audio.
You can go with some image during our.
Yeah, because what I'm imagining of this kind of a contest is something. I don't know if you watch like old Bruce Lee movies.
Of course.
It's full. There's no. I mean, there's strikes and it's almost the bare fist.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm imagining if it's weapons. It's something like from Kung Fu. There are strikes, or you're hitting.
The weapons is like this material.
Oh, great. Okay. Not quite soft.
Exactly.
It would hurt if you hit the person with a lot of power, right?
If you have full power, of course, hurt. But we also have protection for this. You will see on the movie when I will send you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this contest divided basically into three parts: the technical part. There's the actual combat part, and then there's weaponry.
Yeah.
Weapons are wood, but they're fake. They're not something that can do like long-term damage. But yes, they do hurt if you hit with some power, right?
Yeah. Also with weapons, we have two parts. One is a technical part.
Okay.
When you have a weapon, you choose what weapon. You have your grade. Yeah.
Okay.
And you make that kata.
All right.
And the second part is a fighting competition with weapons.
All right. So with the technical part, with the weapon, you're maybe using it to cut things.
For example, a sword, You have a very clear exercise about sword, how to make the movement. Or you have a long jump, how to say, that nunchaku.
Nunchucks, yes, okay.
You make with that.
Okay.
You have that big sword, halberd, we call,
All right.
Yeah. A lot of, we have... I don't know how to say in English.
It's just like a pole, like a pole.
And make a lot of kind of movements.
So for you as the teacher, you know what will be judged, what will be.
I'm also judge.
Okay.
I'm also judge.
So you'll know what people need to learn in order to pass this, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That is an advantage for the team what I want to build. But you ask me about 1 year. If it's enough.
Is this enough? Because this is a very good video that we're doing now.
Yeah.
This podcast is good because we can do, like, in 6 months' time, we can do another video, right? We can post out another podcast, but then also have one of your students join us, and then we can do another one right before you go to the contest, and then we can do one after, right?
Yeah.
So you can people can get the entire journey of what all this means.
That would be great.
But when you told me about this, I thought, like, you would be looking for people already very skilled in some kind of martial art, right? What would you be? What exactly are you looking for with the men and women?
I already have some girls.
Okay.
The point is, in China, until now, I don't know, maybe I didn't make too much noise about this, but I didn't find guys for this.
Okay, so the guys are the hard part.
The guys are the hard part, yeah. And China have an advantage. Nobody make the train like Chinese people. They
extremely diligent, right?
When they start to train, they train.
Okay.
They train 8 hours per day.
All right.
In Europe, around the world, they don't make like this.
Wow. All right. So here, Chinese are extremely disciplined when it comes to learning a craft.
And when they will know, they will go to the international competition to represent China.
Wow.
It's coming to the shoulders some responsibility.
Yeah.
And they will be focused on there.
Okay.
And to prepare someone just for a competition is one. To prepare someone to make Qwan Ki Do And when the competition arrives, they will prepare 1, 2, 3 months before. It's another thing. But to prepare a team for 1 year just for a competition, we have more than 90% chance to go to the podium.
Oh, right. Wow.
And this is my goal.
Because it's already a very strong martial art background, right?
Yes, it is. But also, we have grades in Qwan Ki Do. Yeah. White belt with 1, 2, 3, 4 blue line. Then it's black belt, 1 dang, 2 dang, 3 dang. So, in 1 year, we don't have enough time to go to the black belt level to compete with the black belt competitor for other country. So they will be to the white belt.
Okay.
Yeah, because in our style, 1 grade is 1 year, second grade another 1 year, something like that.
So it's a very it's a long journey that you're making towards
so
your
actually
black belt.
Black belt can be done after 5 years if he's a good student and if he's come very regularly on the gym to train.
Okay.
It's like this.
All right, so with this competition, there is going to be black belts competing, but
we have
white belts.
Yeah, we have white belt with 1, 2, 3, 4 blue lines.
Okay.
Yeah, black belt 1 dang, and black belt 2 dang for 5 dang.
Okay, but and they'll be competing by themselves. Like if your team that you'll bring over, they'll be competing in the white belt category. But with any dan, any of the colors, I mean. So, say if I'm a white belt and I've just begun, I could compete against another white belt who's, say, on his last stripe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because we must do, it's not a category like weight here. It's not like age, but it's like grade.
I see.
Because you must to put the people to the same grade.
I see. All right.
Like this is fair.
I see. This is interesting. Okay. So women, how many women do you already have ready for this?
I have 7 until now.
All right.
But they come. This is a selection. I need to go there with the best people in the best shape with the best skills.
Okay.
So probably the team will be 20, 22 people, the final selection team who I can start to train. I see. Yeah. So how do you plan to do this, to make this selection process? Because if you're looking at October 2021, we're now in July, August, September. You've got about 2 months, to find a group that you're like, okay, starting from now, this time till next year. I already start. From now, we just make physical preparation to see where is the level of what is the physical condition. Okay. How is the skills, the mobility of the legs, how is the motricity of the body, these kind of things. And the skills, the skills can be developed. Okay. Yeah. What do you think would be the hardest part, would you imagine, these students that you've got in that year period, what's going to be the biggest challenge for them to get them to this competition and to do well? To be consistent, to don't give up at some point. But would you say like the weapon part or the fight part or the technical part, what's the... We just can go at this level, white belt, we just can go to the technical part and the fight part. Okay, all right. Yeah, because... And the fight is something, I mean, that's a character thing, right? Yeah. With all the events that I've done, I've always seen like it's usually the spirit, like something that you're born with, or it's something in your situation, like someone's they want to win something, or they like some guy he's gone through a divorce, it's about or some attitude, guy. It's about I have two girls. They're like, I need this and I need this now, right? I have 2 girls. They just go. They just make step by step fighting without think nothing. Okay. So they just go there to fight. Okay. So they've got this attitude. I like it because they are not afraid. Yeah. If someone who is afraid to fight, they cannot. This won't work, right? Yeah. So this is what I need. I will check people who have that skills, who can be developed and trained. Okay. So for the technical, how many of these sequences do they need to learn? How many? One. Just one sequence. One sequence. Okay, and in that sequence, how many positions or strikes are there? This is during around 30 seconds, 45 seconds, something like that. All right, so it's not that hard. No, imagine you need to train 1 year just this. Okay, all right, you just do this so well. You do this, every strike is with the right amount of energy, about accuracy. The position, how tall, how down is the position, how is the arm, where it must be the arm, if it's straight. All the small details make the difference. Okay. Yeah. So after you're explaining this to me more and more, I'm actually thinking this is something
that's very much achievable.
Yeah.
From when we first started talking about it, I was like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
1
yeah.
year of martial art competition. This
Yeah.
isn't like, oh, you'll figure it out. It's like you mess up in the smallest way,
Yeah.
and you're out. You're not.
I don't know if it's fair to see this in public, but this is what I want to do.
This is
Of
exciting.
course, in this year they must to be prepared to have the first exam for the first grade, white belt, one blue line.
Okay.
Because you cannot be in the international competition just with
Okay.
white belt there.
Okay, so it's white with blue.
Yeah.
Is you can't show up unless you've got this.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
So they have time 1 year to learn the technique because they must to learn position. They must to learn in Vietnam language how we call a block, how we call a punch, how we call a leg, a kick, how we call a movement, and a lot of things.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So this looks achievable, especially if you have the ladies already they seem to be interested in the fight part of it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's good. Then the technical part, it probably wouldn't be that hard. If someone really focused and make sure that in that 30 to 45 second, they could probably figure that out.
It's about the skills and motricity. I saw already 2 girls who have very good mobility of the legs. They can make very nice kicks if you teach them exactly the choreography and the meaning of the movement and what is meaning that movement, because you can teach someone a movement. Okay, what is this?
Okay.
This is a block here. You attack me with your arm here, and this is a block, and this it's another punch.
So a block and a hit.
Yeah, block and hit. So if you explain them every movement what is mean, they can understand exactly what they are doing there.
What they're doing, and they'll put that right energy into it because they know what it is.
It's
right?
exactly like in Tai Chi. Some people see, okay, Tai Chi, this is a dance. It's not a dance.
Yeah, they're
That
attacking.
is also a fight. You know, this kind of movement, this is an attack here.
Okay.
One is on the neck, one is here.
Okay.
They make like this because they are old, and also it's good for maintain a health body. But Tai Chi,
it's a combative sport, right? It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's a combative dance. You would say it's almost like a dance, like a. It's like a Zen sort of Yoda, kind of but it's still attacking. It's still actual.
Yeah. So you must have
strikes and
some martial arts
defense.
background training before to start to practice Tai Chi, because just learning some movements is nothing. And Tai Chi have a lot of interesting and powerful things. We learn because our style have Tai Chi. We call Thay.
Okay.
Yeah, because our master is studying here in Shaolin temples, a lot of things. Tai Chi is energy.
Okay.
Okay, when we talk about energy, everyone say, okay, energy, blah, blah. Because they see a lot of fake martial masters here.
Yes.
Yeah. But on the base, on the history, Tai Chi is really powerful and have a lot of knowledge behind.
Okay.
You know, a movement, when you make a movement, for example, like this, that movement must to have behind in your mind, you must to think, for example, for a color. You know the 5 elements?
5 elements.
Yeah.
Like earth, water,
Okay.
or wind, or what?
Every 5 movements, for example, correspond to 1 element.
Okay.
Every element corresponding to a color. Every color corresponding to a taste. Every taste corresponding to a feeling. Every feeling corresponding to an inter-organ. So like this is Tai Chi. You must to put all this together, to calm down, to can put all this together, and to work for your inter-organ, for example. If you have some problem with your liver, you can work some specific movement to cure your liver.
I see.
So
I'm not sure if I've ever heard of that, but hearing this sounds new. Taking the elements all the way through to a string and now we're talking about your body, your internal organs.
So
it's like a healing practice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, a kata, it's not just a kata. It's for something, and you must to work in the one of the kata. You can work in an impar day, and another kata in the par day. You know what I mean? 21, it's impar. 22, it's a par day.
Okay.
Yeah?
Explain that. What's that?
Par and impar. 2, 4, 6. This is par.
Okay.
Yeah, 1, 3,
it's
4.
odds and evens.
Yeah.
I see.
One is to work at 3 in the morning for liver. One is to work at 12.
Okay, so even it correlates to a time of the day.
Everything.
Wow.
Like this, old master worked about martial arts before.
This is what they should know, right?
Yeah.
Master should. This is what they should be.
So that's why we call our master a great master, because he is a master. Not the guys who make like this, and they go in the ring to fight with some guy who make MMA.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is great. We should talk about this, because you as a martial artist, you could probably give me a very good interpretation of what is going on and your thoughts on that. Because this guy is Xu XiaoDong, extremely famous in China now.
Yeah.
Like he has, let's say 5-6 million hardcore fans that will go to war for him, right?
Yeah.
But obviously his reach and how many people know him it's much more than that. And I think he started saying, okay, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that you can actually fight. So he challenged them, and it became this bickering, this back and forth, tit for tat, which resulted in, I think it was about 3 or 4, 5 official, televised times when he got in the ring, hit this guy falls down, and then he's saying, I could have killed you, and he was saying, well, come, let's try it again, and da-da-da. But the latest news on all of this is the Chinese martial art association, the National Association. They said they said something like some sort of decree, some law now. I'll have to find the actual link and put it in the show notes here. But it was saying officially you can't get into the ring, you can't fight, you can't. There are lots of do's and don'ts because of this, Xu XiaoDong, all this noise he made. What's your opinion of all of this? How does this all sit?
It's not about that he provoked that people. The problem is the people accept to go in the ring. This is mean they don't know nothing about what is mean to fight in the ring, and they don't know nothing what is mean to fight with a guy who is prepared for this. This is mean they have very limited knowledge about fighting. They live in the small world there. They can be very good practitioner about Tai Chi, but it's not enough fighting. It's fighting. You must have a special training for this. You cannot read a book about fighting it to be a good fighter. More than know some technique, you must be in the good shape. You know what is mean 30 seconds in the ring? It's like a 20 kilometer run. Yeah, because you move there, all your energy, the adrenaline is going up. So you must be in the shape for your body must resist for a fight first. And the second one, you must have experience. You must have automatism about movement. When you try to hit me, if my reflex is not this one, and it's I don't know what, this is mean you are not a fighter.
It's not going to work.
And you must train for this. This is not reading a book somewhere. You can read the book about whatever you want, but fight, you must go in the ring. You must go to the bag. You must have some gloves. You must be punched in your face to see how your brain, how your body resists to a punch. You must have this habit to your body to don't go into panic when you are hit, right? You must have this experience before. If you didn't fight some or just 2 slaps, this is not a fight. And that guy who fight in MMA, there is for men.
Xu XiaoDong is a legitimate, actually, he fights every weekend almost. He's just one of those guys that loves it, right? He loves the combat part of it, right?
He was a very, how to say, they make a little bit damage about Chinese Tai Chi. I don't think the guys who go in the ring there, they represent Chinese Tai Chi Federation or Chinese Tai Chi styles like that. And a real master, I think, in my opinion, a real master, they go somewhere behind in the dark, they have that fight, who is the winner, and that's it. Not in the public like this. Or if you want to represent like this, you must be good.
You must really be good, and you must be good at the fighting part, right? So that brings out a very good question. Like with martial arts versus like fighting and learning to fight, do a lot of teachers, masters, right? Do they also teach the combative part of martial arts? Or is this something some do, some don't? Is how it is?
For what is good the martial arts? For practice. If you have a situation on the street and you cannot deal, you cannot apply nothing from your martial art. So of course you must to learn how to fight. The competition is competition, we have rules, but the street don't have rules. If your style don't teach you how to deal in the street, in the real situation, real life, it's missing something to that part of martial arts there.
Okay. So you really believe in that, and you as a teacher, you really stress the importance of actually training in real life situations.
For what is good a black belt?
Yeah, that's right.
The black belt is to have it or to be.
Yeah, you need to be able to challenge this. Someone should be able to...
A black belt, you must to be a black belt, not to have.
Yeah.
To have, we can find on Taobao, it's 50 RMB. And you have a black belt, so what?
Yeah.
You know that story with that guy who was in the university? He have a black belt, and one day a new student come in university. He take that guy, he beat him, he hit him very hard, and say, what happened? That guy, he didn't know that I have black belt.
I see.
So if he knows, maybe he didn't have the, but because he didn't know, he just give him some. So the point is, actually it's happened with me, with my teacher. My teacher, he likes to climb mountains. And I didn't was that guy to like to climb. And I complained one time when we go to 3,000 meters or something, oh my God, it's very hard, blah, blah, blah. And he asked me, do you want to have black belt or do you want to be a black belt? And from that day, for me, it changed everything.
Oh yeah, that's where it clicked, right? You understood the difference.
It was that click, yeah. Because he said, okay, I can give you black belt, so what? If you have that black belt here, you are more powerful, you have more knowledge. So you must to be, you must to become a black belt.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, they get hung up on the idea of just having the black belt. It's like a trophy.
So
right?
what? Yeah, okay.
Something they can show off.
It's nice, okay, and it's come someone and give you a slap. What are you doing?
What are you gonna do?
You take the black belt and what are you doing?
Yeah,
man,
that's right.
don't beat me, don't hit me because I have black belt.
Yeah,
okay? Please don't beat me.
That's interesting. But it's nice, very good to hear your perspective on all of that, because that made international news. Xu XiaoDong's big challenging all this, and it made such big news for something that really, I don't know, I'm not sure it deserves like that much attention, right? It's a guy who is a fighter challenging guys that are good at, Tai Chi on the street, doing these things in the early morning, for their health, right? But he attacks their ego. And he's like, oh, you're some great master, prove it. And he doesn't know how to manage this. These guys were like, you make me lose face. It's like, no, you need to know how to manage these sorts of threats. And I think he called a few people out, and they couldn't resist because they'd lose face, right?
Yeah, but also, did you see, for example, last fight, the difference of age?
Yeah.
You are 15, 55, 60 years old. You cannot go with a 30 years old who is in full shape, with a lot of experience about street fighting.
That's right. Yeah.
They didn't choose rules, nothing. Okay, maybe choose some rules. Okay, you cannot punch me on the face. You cannot hit me in the balls. You cannot use
just hands.
Right? Just like this. I mean, but for freestyle, you must be or stupid or very good.
Yes, that's right. You have to pick one.
Yeah,
you have to pick one. Yeah, and it's very easy for them just to say, no. I've in my martial art life, learning Tai Chi at this level, where I have excelled isn't in combat, but it's in meditation, in discipline, in sharing with my students. This is what I would hope that they would say when they get challenged by someone who really is a savage fighter.
Okay.
He feeds off combat, right?
But you cannot represent a whole style, as a person.
Yeah.
That's why we have international official competition. If you want to check what is your level, go in the official competition and see your level.
Yes, okay.
If you want to see how good you are, go in the street, go in some bar, provoke someone, and see what happened.
Yeah.
But you cannot go call from yourself master, Tai Chi master, and to go there to lose a fight in a penible way, and to make this big disadvantage for the Tai Chi, because Tai Chi it's a emblem, it's a mark of China.
That's right.
And Tai Chi it's really a strong thing in the world.
That's right. It's very strong. That's right. It's extremely well known,
and I tell you, a master, a real
true.
master, if you have a provoke for like this, they will call, okay, let's go in the wood, in the forest, you and me, and we'll see who is coming back, or who is the best.
Yeah.
And like this, we cannot go to represent the style there.
That's right. It's undercover. It's kind of like the early days of Bruce Lee, right? In Hong Kong, where everything was quiet and it was all hush hush, and
we are not anymore in that time when the people just really go on the street and
yes,
this is our clan, this is our style, this is our school, this
is what we represent. We're here to like challenge you, just for our own satisfaction, right? We don't need the media involved in this, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very good. It's interesting to hear that. I'm sure lots of people would appreciate your perspective of all of that, because it made such big news. And I know Xu XiaoDong quite well. I've spoken to him a few times.
You know, it's like you push Xu XiaoDong to fight with a guy from karate, whatever style. It's about, you must have some rules. In karate, they have very strict rules about the part of the body that you can make points.
I see. Yeah.
In MMA or kickboxing, you don't have that rules.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's about your personal training and your personal skills, and you cannot represent the style like that. They make a lot of unofficial competition, semi-official competition between styles, but they come down with this because you cannot, if someone win from some style, it's not mean that style is more good than other one. Maybe that's sportive, that guy have a more good skills, it's in more good shape, it was a little bit more speed, but doesn't mean that style is more good from that one. Every style have very good or other things that other style don't have. The boxing, for example, they are training just with hands for boxing. They learn specific things for boxing. The other guy from Kung Fu, they learn specific things for Kung Fu with legs. A guy from boxing don't know nothing about legs. He can receive a kick from leg, poof, like this, don't know from where it's
doesn't know what's going on, right?
Also, the boxing guy can have a good punch on the face, and the Kung Fu guy. So I don't think it's a good thing to put together like that. Of course, it's interesting. It's very interesting to see a Taekwondo guy fighting with the MMA guy. Kung Fu, Shaolin fighting with, I don't know, kickboxing. Of course, it's
like a computer game, you know?
But you also must have some rules accepted for the same parts.
Yes, that's right. I mean, like you said, there's the technical side, then there's the fight side. And if you eliminate all the different practices, you just look at the actual individual athlete, the martial artist. You say, yeah, he's very good technically, but very bad, combat-wise, right? Whereas this guy's terrible technique-wise, but he's got no technical skill whatsoever, but he's just good in fighting, right? So where does he represent? He comes in and beats all these guys technically, right? So it's all just, it's a very interesting mix, right? What you want to do is you get two arts. You say art number one, art number two, right? Two guys that are very good, combat-wise. They're very good at combat. That section of the martial art they've excelled in. Then you get them to fight. Then you have, maybe you're starting to get a true sort of representation of how good is this martial art. Oh, and they probably need to be the same age. Right? They would, like you mentioned earlier, age is a factor, right? They both need to have been pushing into a martial art more on the combat side, learning, the technical, and then bringing it straight into, into sparring. Then going back and doing this both simultaneously. And they reach a point where, the weights are the same, the skill level and years are the same, the age is the same. Okay, go. Now we've got a good idea of how this martial art fares up with this martial art. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about combat, usually a lot of it is just what's going to work. Not the skills that I have, but what's going to work. Like that dude keeps dropping his hands, but I've been taught to throw a punch. No, I'm going to just kick him because he drops his hands. It's what's going to work in the moment. it's really funny. It's so interesting when you talk about this, because I remember Rebel FC. It was an event in Singapore when they came to Shenzhen. I helped. We co-promoted their event here, big event. Yeah. And one thing that they did was they did this. They got a guy like from Chinese Sanda against a guy from like Thai boxing or something, right? And so because I was working with the management, I know what their contract was. And the contract was, for the first round, use your actual skill. So when people watch it, they can say, oh, that guy is representing China, that guy's representing. But then for the second round, out the window, they just went for it. Like, this is what's going to work. This is what's going to win me the fight.
You know, in a traditional, for example, martial arts, for example, for us in Qwan Ki Do, when someone attack you like this, in traditional martial arts, you can make like this, you can make like this, but on the street, you don't have time to make this, right? So we'll block here. We also have this part of how to fight on the street.
Yeah. How to use this knowledge.
How to apply.
Yes, how to apply.
And on the end, it's about how hard you train from yourself in the gym. How much do you want to learn about this? Because if you want to learn just the traditional part of martial arts, okay, you can learn it, and this is it.
That's right. Yeah.
This is it. But if you want to deal on the street, because after some years you become a black belt, 1 dan, 2 dan, but you go on the street with your girlfriend, with your wife, some guy in some situation come to have a fight with you. What you do? Can you apply what you learn from years and years in the gym or not?
Yeah, that's
because
right.
There is not anymore a talking. It's not make the salute. It's not stay in the position. It's not the judge there to say, okay, fight, stop, point, 2 points, finish. No, there it's a fight.
Separate.
There it's a fight.
Yeah, it's a fight, and it's what's going to work, right? It's so funny because in WCFN, when I'm assisting in the matchmaking with our matchup coach, right? He's saying, you know, what about this guy versus this guy? And, you know, some people put their info in, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one particular, it's actually funny because it's this poster behind us here. Okay. So the guy in red, he worked in security. He was in the army for the American embassy in Guangzhou.
Oh, okay.
So he's full on like, yeah, I'm American born and bred.
Okay.
You know, and so he has these martial arts skills, right, to the death, eye poke, punch.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, oh no, this guy's going to be very dangerous. But the other guy on the other side, he's from Poland, and he just grew up in a rough neighborhood, and he really beat him up. So I was like, yeah, it's the martial art thing doesn't mean that you're good in boxing because the gloves are so heavy. You have these big pillows on your hand and you're used to doing 1 strike and the guy's down and then bam, hit it 2 strikes and the guy's out of action and then I move on, right? But you can't do that because boxing is conditioning. It's tap, 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 tap. You know, you're making points, right?
And it's a specific train for boxing.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes the arms almost can't see the speed of the arms because this is what they train.
That's right.
They go and train for this. You don't know from where it's coming.
Yeah.
So if you are not trained for this, you cannot deal with this.
Yes, that's right.
About gloves, I see in China. A lot of gyms teaching boxing for kids. Okay. And they let him to fight. Do you know what has been a glove, even for a kid on the face at 7, 8 years old, 6 years old?
That gives them some character, yeah.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't think it's sometimes it's better to receive a punch without gloves.
Without the glove.
Because the gloves, he make you like this. The punches, you just go down.
Yes, that's right.
And the brain is, the brain is
much more safe if it's just a bare fist. You get cut. It's bone on bone, right? But definitely the gloves, it's like there's a lot of impact, right? Because it's larger surface area.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it's good to have kids having their brains smashed around their heads. Yeah.
I don't, at this age.
Yeah. If they're getting little cuts, they're gonna be okay the next day.
But they can learn to have control, and when you have control to your distance, when you learn to understand where is the perfect distance like this, you will have control. This is mean you can go a little bit more with your shoulder when you really need to touch someone.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so the control is very good to have it.
Yeah.
Because they are kids, they have time to fight. Teach them technique now, go with them in the good shape, teach them value, teach them about respect, teach them about to respect, to say hello to the place, to the gym before they go inside. Teach them to take out the shoes, teach them to say hello to the teacher, teach them to say hello to the partner for work. This is what we make in martial arts, but also in other kind of martial arts or even boxing. To make a small jest like this for respect, I don't think is bad.
Yeah. It teaches good discipline and respect, which is lifelong skills, especially from a young age. They're gonna need it when that's something martial arts, that's a great benefit to martial arts. My brother-in-law in Australia, my sister, she has 5 kids, 4 boys. All of them are in martial art class, and I was like, oh, can I have a go at them? And he was like, no, I'm just trying to get him to be disciplined, because can you imagine having 4 boys and like, I have to go to work. I need to make sure those kids don't ruin my house when they get back from school. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's about discipline primarily. You just want your especially
if you start with discipline, you will have results after. You can ask from the kids whatever you want. You will have. If they have discipline and respect. Respect is very important today.
That's right.
Because the parents don't have time anymore for their kids. They throw up on the kindergarten or the school. They expect from the kindergarten and the school to grow up a kid with all knowledge and with all things what a kid need. No, the kid need parents. The kid need love from parents, from both of them. Okay, the family is separate today, I don't know. But today, a parent go at work to 7, he come back at 7. They come how? Tired, maybe frustrated from work, from money, for everything. They don't give enough time to their kids. So that's why I want to start in China with kids to grow up a new generation of kids about Qwan Ki Do.
Nice.
Because we want to teach them the healthy value on the end, because this is international value. It's not from China, from Europe, from I don't know which country. To have respect, to have discipline, it's good for whatever country you are for kids.
Yeah, that's right. So this is what you're doing out in Shirko, right? You're starting obviously to develop this team. You've got a year till this contest, and then also getting kids, making sure the kids.
Yeah, I start already with some kids about Qwan Ki Do. The kids from today, they are very smart, and the kids who have a little bit skills, they bring in 1 second what you want, what you need. The fact that I'm a foreigner, for them it's very interesting. Also, I had this problem. It's 2 things here. The foreigner is good sometimes. The foreigner is bad sometimes in martial arts. Yeah. Because some parents said, okay, you're a foreigner, why my kid need to be taught by a foreigner about Kung Fu? The other parents say, wow, this is very interesting. Yeah. So we have these 2 parts.
Yeah, it's like a mix. It's good international East meets West kind of thing, right?
But every time when I say, actually, it's born in China, this style, or half of the style is Chinese, and we want to give back to the Chinese people what our master learned, they are a little bit more receptive about this.
I see.
And that guy, that great master, big master, Chao Qwan Ki, his name actually is born in Guangdong, was a real master. You know, our masters told us that he saw him when he was a little boy.
Okay.
Behind a wall. Can you see behind the wall something?
No.
That master saw him.
What's the story there? How did that?
So he just walking like this because he ran. Years ago, the martial arts was prohibited in China.
Okay.
And the masters, the big masters, they start to run out from China. This master is going Hong Kong, then he run in Vietnam. And one day he's walking on some street like that, and he said he feel behind a wall human presence.
Okay.
He go there and see a little boy, and he make a map, star map, because they know how to make this star map to see the future of that person. He makes very fast the map, and he saw in this little boy a very big personality. That little boy today, it's our master.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. He take him, he go to the parents, say, okay, can you give me, my name is, I'm a master Kung Fu, blah, blah, blah. I want to take your son to teach him Kung Fu. Can I take him? Yeah, take him, teach him.
Because I think back then it was actually quite an honor if you had
But
your
at
kid.
that time, the things was like this.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice story.
Yeah, so that's interesting. What would you say then is the future of martial arts? Let's say 5, 10, or even longer. Well, I mean, where do you see martial arts, like in a commercialized world, you know, and also a world that's very much sport driven? You got, you know, MMA, you know, big promotion like UFC. You know, like where's martial arts going to come in? Where's its future, do you think?
I think it's depending to the level of the teachers. If the teachers today, they give, and they are good, and they can give a lot of knowledge and a very good train for the students can show to the people what they learn.
I see. Yeah.
And the level of the competition will be very high.
Okay.
When you watch a competition and after 5 minutes you're boring, this is meaning you cannot see something very interesting there. If you don't see real technique, if you don't see spectacular things there, it's boring.
Okay.
Yeah, you prefer to see a movie.
Wow. Okay.
Or you prefer to see a K1 gala or WCF. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A real fight.
So really, it's up to the teachers to keep the level high, keep the level of not just of study, but also the competition.
If a competition have a high level, the sponsor are coming. Yes. If you have sponsor, you have TV. If you have TV, you have media behind.
Yeah.
So you can promote. If you have quality, if you have something to show, everyone come.
I see.
Behind
Yeah.
you.
It's got the value there. People will get behind it.
Exactly. Making a good competition, making a good promotion, you have students in the gym. Students in the gym, they come to pay. The gym have money, so everything is going like this.
Yes.
In a good way.
That's right. That's very true.
Yeah.
So so finally, how would I get? I guess how would people get in contact with you if they want to apply and they feel they've got enough inside them to be able to do this competition in a year's time?
They just can go directly to the Nanshan International Cultural and Exchange Center.
Okay. All right.
This is the local government there.
All right. So the local government
Local
venue.
government. Yeah.
Okay, and they can apply there.
Yeah, they can apply there. Apply. They just want to say that okay, I wanna try, because it's about I want to try. Yeah, and we are not coming there to give them I don't know which kind of tests. They just want. They just must want to do this.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of like a quick evaluation you give them, or
A kind of physical tests.
okay?
Yeah, you must be in a kind of a good shape. If you come there fat, I don't have time to make someone to become slim first and then to try. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you must be somehow in a good shape. Of course, if you have a little bit experience about martial arts, whatever style, it's an advantage. And of course, you want to be that kind of person who want to work hard, because we'll be between 3 and 4 train per week.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh wow, that's exciting. So, and currently right now, you're looking more for males to...
Yeah, also girls, because I didn't find until now a boy who wanna join.
Is there, what's the sort of age group that
The competition can start from 18 years old.
18 and up,
18,
okay.
yeah.
18 years and up, all right.
They can have 17 now, it's not a problem, because next year they will have 18.
I see,
Yeah. But you cannot participate to the world championship without have 18 years old.
And which, like, if I were to go and look up some of the competitions from before, is there like a...
Every 4 years we have
Every
a
4
world
years.
championship.
Okay.
Every 2 years it's
Okay.
actually every 4 years it's European competition.
Okay, all right. And then every 2 years...
Actually, we have every 2 years, because they start with European, and after 2 years, the first World Championship. Like this, every 2 years, we have one is European, one is World.
One is World,
Yeah.
European and World.
Yeah.
And which country have you noticed is always sort of dominating the competition up till now?
So
who's like the country or the team or the guy that you're like, ooh, this guy, he cleans up every time?
The fight in the last year was from between Italy, France, and Romania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Italy, France, Romania.
Yeah, because they have a lot of practitioners there, thousands.
Okay.
And from 1,000 you can have a very good selection lot for prepare for.
So
the
these are the
national
three
team.
countries to watch out for.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now they will have China.
Fantastic. This is great.
Yeah.
All right, a big special thanks to you for joining the podcast. Everyone, I'm going to make sure these notes are on in the information on not just the video, but also the audio. If you want to give this a try a year from now in October, it's going to be held in Romania?
No, in Germany.
In Germany. And wow, that really sounds like a good challenge.
Yeah.